Welcome to the BBC podcast. Tapping in with Tunchi again. Got my boy JP right here. We got two lovely ladies that we're going to be taking up their time this afternoon. Got a couple subjects we're going to go over. And same thing, you guys already know, we got the merch in the Dropbox. You know, the link and everything's in there. Tap in and grab our shirts. Hoodies will be here next week. All that stuff will be posted up also on online also.
Just make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and like the video.
And as you guys have noticed, you see
we got super chats and everything coming too.
All right. And once again, she's back. And she brought a lovely lady with her first. We'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Stacy. I'm 35. I am single. And I'm here to hopefully get the point across and meet some middle ground.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hi guys, it's Diva Visita. You guys saw me last time, and I appreciate Bigger Better podcast for having me back. It's a pleasure working with you guys and collabing, and I appreciate you for this opportunity.
All right,
cool. Not a problem.
So today's subject, we're going to start off with a panel about problem with narcissism these days. Where's it starting, and where is it like growing to become? What sex is giving it more?
She already got that face.
Who wants to take the mic?
There's no face. I mean, where's it coming from? I mean, I think it comes from childhood. I think a lot of it's instilled in people. Narcissism, personality disorder is not curable.
Yeah,
so that's something that people are born with, something that's not going to go away. I think a lot of us have to focus on how to just handle it. And
you mean handle it as in like
recognize it,
okay.
I would say. You don't have to tolerate it.
Yeah,
you don't have to tolerate anything from anybody. But I think a lot of us see it and we just dismiss it. And I think nowadays women are starting to be a little bit more aware of it. Men too, because it goes both ways, you know?
Yeah, sure.
But I think it is a rising problem for sure, or maybe just more noticed now.
Do you know which type that you think is more common?
I mean, what's the one where, like, they're put on a pedestal? A lot of men, I think, were put on a pedestal in childhood, I would say. A lot of men with mommy issues. Maybe that's just the type of man that I attract for some reason.
Or you're attracted to, or you're attracted?
No, I'm not attracted to it.
Okay.
But, no. I think a lot of men are babied by their moms, and they expect that from a partner.
Okay.
And not everybody is in the position to want to give that, you know?
Yeah, sure.
So it just depends.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel?
Well, for the topic of narcissism, I feel like it comes a long way, and it comes in women and men. Because a lot of people usually don't admit to it that narcissism is real. And narcissism, it comes in many ways. It could come from I don't know, the government, from people manipulating stuff. It could also come from women, you know, like we were talking the last topic when I brought Jesse along. Mm-hmm. I wanted to bring him along so people could see that there's still good people out there. Yeah, and these people are literally getting shut down. They're getting put down. And it sucks that they're starting to feel because they got treated some type of way, they got to become the bully. Once you get bullied, you start bullying yourself. And it sucks, you know? It sucks that people have to feel like they have to start being like some type of way because they need to defend themselves, because they need to literally like try not to put up with stuff. And it sucks because when you go through narcissism at the end, you kind of like you go through those traumas and you can't move on with life. People don't understand that the things that you do to people, it affects them in a big time where it comes to a point where you don't even know who to trust. You don't even know who you even want to talk to. You don't even know who you even want to trust in, you know, as anything. And it just sucks because I come across a lot of good people and I see them start changing because someone fucked them up or because someone used them. And I'm talking about not just girls, you know, go through that. Like, I brought Jesse on set. Yeah. Like, you guys see how sincere he is, how he was so open about his emotions and stuff like that. And that's my friend right there. And I'm just like, I'm not cool with that, you know? So that's why I try not to be a person like that, because like now like these girls don't realize that they changed them.
Yeah.
My old friend, my nice old friend that was super sweet, super giving, super like wanting to do more, now he feels like he has to shield himself. Now he feels like he needs to be something he's not.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And actually, too, like with his story, he actually could have went and became like a whole different person. He could have became like the actual like asshole type and just be treating girls like real bad, you know, trying to retaliate. But
'cause that does
he
happen
actually
a lot.
remained like actually cool. I'm actually surprised. His story was actually kind of like
Yeah.
shocked, like,
But
wow.
that's the whole thing about it, is that if you heal from it instead of letting it traumatize you, then you just
But if
learn-
it keeps happening to you, it's kind of hard to heal from it.
it keeps happening to you because you're allowing it to.
True. So how do you think you
have to recognize.
but do you think some people are attracted to narcissism like sometimes because they end up the same type?
I mean, I think that people aren't healed. If you don't do the work on yourself, if you don't take time to discover who you are, where you're going, what you want, what boundaries you need, and what boxes you want checked, then you're going to end up with the wrong motherfucker every time. You know, and then also they say if you live a life of chaos, like if you grow up in chaos or your life is chaotic, childhood, whatever, that's just what feels familiar to you.
Yeah.
So you'll gravitate towards that, you know, but
True.
eventually, for some people, not for everybody, you get tired, you know,
Yeah.
and then it's not worth it. But that comes with self-love. People who search for love with narcissists don't love themselves enough. That's the problem.
Not just that. I don't think it's just a part of like not being healing or anything like that. Like I agree with what she says, but I also disagree. I disagree in the part because I see how this world is and it's fucked up. It's a really fucked up world. And then I think about it with the person, like, you know, sometimes I might know that person's bad intentions and I sometimes might know that they're not good for me, but I'm the type of person that I know that I fucked up too, you know? And I would have wished someone to give me a hand. I would have wished someone to be like, you know what? It's okay. There's a different way. There's a different route. So if I want change, I have to be the change.
True.
Yeah.
I'm tired of dealing with people that don't care. So if I have to be the only one that cares, I will.
Like, are you speaking from like more friends that been around you or family?
I'm speaking overall everything. Because like I told you guys, I'm a giver and I'm a lover. And I don't judge no one. Because I'm not God. That's not my job. It's not my job to be telling people how to act. It's not my job to tell people what to do. Right now, it's like I've been going through a lot of stuff and I'm just trying to focus on what I could control, and what I can't control, I'm letting it go.
Let it be.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just focused on myself, on my health, on my child, on my family. Everything I ever did for those other people, I don't regret it. Yes, they probably utilized me. Yes, they probably didn't have the good intentions and everything, but I did. And when I do stuff, I do it out of heart, and I do it because I don't expect shit back from them. Because God has actually showed me in many ways that he's been there. And the only one that I actually expect shit from is from him.
I understand.
That's understandable.
But I was telling her on the way over here, she's doing too much for too many people.
Yeah, especially if
Seems
they're
like
not
you-
reciprocating the
I
same
can.
stuff.
I mean, I can read you. You feel like you got the kind of heart, like you
Yeah.
said, like you want best intentions, whether their intentions ain't even good. Like you're so
Yeah.
pure that you still
Yeah.
like want to help. So
Like
yeah.
even if they do you wrong, it seems like you would still help them out, even though they already did you wrong.
But that's just the pureness. Like you're like, it's your crutch in your own way that you would, even though it's a blessing for somebody else, it's like it's a crutch for you because
At what
yeah,
extent?
you're so giving.
Mhm.
It could be just the wrong people.
That's what
I
I
know.
know. Yeah, it's the people, and that's
And a lot of times it's people that are really close to you that do that.
Have you like changed your circle anytime recently, Sam? Or everything's like
I always change my circle.
always in your circle?
I always do. Because I know who I am. And I always change my circle because it's like, you know what? Like, I could still love that person, but I'll love you from the distance.
Yeah.
Like, and then I always forgive them. I'm a very forgiving person, and I forgive them. And I don't just forgive them for me, because I don't know when's going to be my last day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go die and then go in with the harsh feeling and or anything like that. I forgive them for myself because for my health and everything like that. Why do I want to be living around in life, carrying bad sentiments, carrying like a grudge, like, becoming the bully?
Yeah. Holding on to hate and anger.
I don't do that shit. I let it go.
But it's a lot. It's draining too.
It's very draining.
You to be able to hold up that energy to hate somebody, it's like it's a waste.
It is.
Yeah, super draining.
Not just that, it's not good for your health. Not just that, it literally just like it makes you age. It makes you age. It makes you change your character. It makes you change your person. Yeah. I don't want that. People like me. People respect me for who I am because there's not a lot of people around like me. And you know what? I get stereotyped a lot because of the way I looked, because I have tattoos, because of the color of my hair, because of my ethnicity.
Yeah.
But people don't know my story.
Yeah. True.
They don't know what I've been through.
And a lot of people won't take the time to learn.
Yeah, people aren't going to care.
They judge you just by your cover all the time.
Literally, like...
That saying's old as hell. Like, they judge a book by its cover. It's just...
Yeah, literally.
Unfortunately, that's just how it is. It's fucked up.
I mean, it is. It is. And it boils down to whether or not
like,
somebody wants
you seem
to
like
invest.
like one of the nicest people you could know, you know what I'm saying? But people ain't even going to give you the chance because they, like you said, they just judge you like, oh, okay, whatever.
It's their loss.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Like, I'm going to ask you guys one thing for when you guys saw, like, my page. And be honest. Just based on my pictures, what do I look like?
I think I saw like she parties like a party girl.
What else?
Honestly, I haven't even looked at your page. I've just seen all the like the reels and your story that you post, and to me, it's hard because I met you before I looked at your page. Yeah. So I already knew that you promote stuff and
just
stuff like
business,
that.
Really.
Yeah,
I mean, now
I couldn't.
Since we met you,
I couldn't look at
business.
it like, oh, she's just a partier, blah, blah, blah. But I know that you're doing that for your business. So it's like, it's whatever.
From the last set, you guys understood that it's networking.
Yeah.
And that's what I do, like.
No, I knew that. I knew it was, the image was totally something different because when you first came, we offered you a drink. She's like, no, I ain't drinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was like.
Most be like, yep, nope. What y'all got?
Water. Yeah.
No, and then in the party life, right? Everyone knows about the person in the party life. As in the party life and everything like that, people will actually tell you that I rarely drink. I'm the mom friend. Have you heard of that? The mom friend where like everyone's letting everyone have fun, and then you're the one
like you're always the designated driver.
Yeah.
Like, don't trip. She's with us. You can drink as much as you want.
And I'm known in the streets not for being a bottle rat, not for that. You guys could ask my friends, the promoters, you could ask the DJs and everything like that. I'm known because I rarely go out, and when I go out and everything like that, I go all out. So I'm sorry that maybe my party looks a little bit too much or something like that. But you know what? It's because I rarely go out. It's because I have a lot on my plate. It's because I have a lot on my life. And it's kind of how I said it on the last set. The last time I checked, when people go out, is to spum off their fumes.
Yeah. To take a breath.
Yep. And I think maybe this is why I bitch just guys, because I haven't gone out.
Because it's hard when you own your own business, when you're a mom. You have everything. You have to do everything. I have a whole fucking house. No one's doing shit for me. No one's cleaning shit. No one's cooking shit. No one's picking him up. No one's doing homework.
Do you have kids?
I have one son,
yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm doing it all on my own. You know what I mean?
Not to dig too far in your personal business, but where's the father at?
My ex-husband just moved out in January. So.
And he don't have no connection with the kids, or he don't pick them up. But he don't do nothing in between, like pick them up from school, take them here, do nothing like that.
Not really. Occasionally, maybe. But
how long were you married?
We were together for 10 years.
Oh, 10 years?
Okay.
So I've been out the game for a long time. This is actually the longest I've been single in my entire life.
Are you enjoying it, or are you
having a fucking blast?
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, but only because, like I said, I've never operated from a place of self-love before. So this is the first time that I've ever actually
you're doing stuff for you,
lived on my own, made all my own choices. Like every other weekend when I'm not a mom or whatever, I can wake up and if I want to go to the fucking mall, I'm at the mall. If I want to go eat a waffle, I'm eating a waffle. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter. Whatever I want to do. If I want to be out all night, I'll be out all night. And it's great. I never had that freedom with my ex-husband, so it's something that...
So since you've been single, how many narcissists have you came across?
Oh, fuck. Quite a few, but I find it so interesting because...
Can you read them right away, or does
my
it...
ex, is
So he's...
very narcissistic.
Okay.
So is my dad, and I've been no contact with my dad for almost 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember the day that I was in my room and my ex was going off on me about some stupid bullshit, and I sat there and I was like, fuck, I fucking married my dad. And I specifically never dated a white man, just to make sure that I never fucking ended up with my dad. And I said, I was like, that's my fucking dad. I heard his voice in my head, you know? And I was like, oh, well, I guess it really doesn't matter because narcissism is everywhere.
Hold on, you guys are coming clear.
You left off on holy shit. I'm
Go
dating
ahead.
my dad.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
basically, yeah, I realized, you know, I still ended up with somebody just like my dad. And now I think that I've taken this time to really process the past 10 years, I guess the past 35 years, you know, really recognize the pattern. I do see it because I did try dating somebody a few months ago, and it was somebody I dated in my early 20s when I was like a hot fucking mess, and shit, it was so bad. It was so bad. Like, I forgot how toxic I really could be. Like,
Damn.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit, this person brings out the absolute fucking worst in me. Like, I can't stand myself around him.
Can we get some examples?
Shit, like I would just be really mean, like really mean, and he
For no
like,
reason?
No, there was always a reason. I'm not the type to just be rude for no fucking
Just
reason.
checking. You had to check. You said
Like-
toxic, so
Like, well, I mean, I'm a genuinely nice person, but like when I tried to get him to leave me alone, and he won't leave me alone, and he keeps calling, but he's so like demeaning and condescending and abusive in the way that he speaks to me. Like, I don't even want to fucking talk to you. Like, why would you say some shit like that to me? And then he pushes me to say hurtful things, but hurtful in a sense that they're true. And so it really strikes a chord, you know? And I even told him when he came back again, I'm like, why are you here? Like, I was so fucking mean to you.
because he likes it.
And he's like, I'm a glutton for punishment. And I'm like, that's disgusting. And you're a bitch.
That's
That is disgusting. And I don't like it. And he won't fucking leave me alone. I'll block his number. He makes Google numbers.
Come on, man.
Yes, right. I didn't
Wow.
know that was possible.
That's fucking crazy.
Hell?
That's crazy.
So I've taken a step back again. Because turns out I don't need to be dating right now.
Stalker status. Huh?
It's very strange.
Cool.
And I don't understand him. He needs healing. But he's narcissistic, so you can't tell him that.
Quick question though. You said something that I've noticed, like, I don't know, we probably had like almost like 20 girls on the panel already. Like, I noticed that when somebody comes out of a relationship, they always go back to ex before they try somebody new.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you do that?
I mean,
Is it just
he'd
easier?
be there?
Like,
you know,
all the
me.
girls say.
I hadn't talked to him in 12 years. I had been single for like 6 or 7 months, and all of a sudden I get a is this the Stacy I think it is? I'm like, where the fuck did you come from?
But if he
I'm
messaged
like-
you, like, did he notice that your page is different? Like the pictures of the ex-husband, they're gone.
Right.
Now you're
So
out.
we went
going
to
stuff.
high school together, so I'm sure like through the grapevine, somebody must be talking out there like, you know, Stacy single, whatever, blah, blah. So I was like, cool, like, let's hang out, like, we'll go get dinner or whatever. And one thing led to another, but it was just it was so bad the whole time. It was so bad the whole time. And I wouldn't even consider it dating. Because
Never fail. Real quick, I'll tell the guys. I think this shit is like real corny for any guys that's listening. Like, yeah, you can come at me, man. Go ahead and leave the comments. If you get online and there's a girl that you never got in high school, and you try to hit her up 20, 30 years later, and you give her that line that, man, like, oh man, I always had a crush on you, man.
Man, you corny.
For real. Get lost, man. Get a life. If that many years went by, you ain't got a woman, man, something's wrong.
that part.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work in high school. So
Yeah.
not gonna
That
work in
shit-
your 30s or
that shit
40s.
is-
Like, chill it out.
I hate when dudes do that.
Well,
Yeah.
to answer the same question, the reason I feel like people prefer to go back to it is because you rather go back to what you already know
Familiar.
than go to what it's unknown. When you already know what you're dealing with, you're like, you know what? I already know you're like this. I already know you're like that. I already know that you're doing this and you're doing that. So I just rather know than go for the unknown. Because when you start, and that's part of the reason why certain people go back to their exes, because they have a trauma, or they have a you know, like a thing like, fuck, like now I gotta go out there and then I gotta start all over again, and then I gotta get to know this person, and then I gotta get to see where are your flaws, and then I gotta get to see what's hiding behind all this. Yeah. And it's like, do I really want to do that?
I think a lot of it too was like, well, he liked me, you know, and he knows I'm fucking weird. He knows I'm fucking crazy. Like, he likes
he
me.
put
like,
up with me.
you know what I'm
list after one after another.
Another one.
But at the end of the day, I was like, I guess I'm not the same, because it's been 12 years, and he's doing the exact same fucking thing, the exact same fucking people, not a goddamn thing, and I'm over here like fully established. Where he's like, oh, can I come move in with you?
What the
fuck?
What?
What the fuck? No, I can't even have a conversation with you. Like, we can't even talk without wanting to kill you. You want to live here? Like, no, I don't think so.
Or have you ever got like those guys that are like hobless? Have you heard of those? When they're jobless and they're homeless and they literally date girls just.
That's like a combo kit?
Yeah, and they'll be like, oh,
there's a term for that.
Oh no, I think I seen a meme. It said hobo list or something like that.
Hobo list, where it's like they're jobless. They don't have where to go, and then they actually take advantage of a woman's vulnerability, and then the fact that their feelings are fucked up, and they literally just.
I'm writing that one down. I'm going to make a video on that.
Okay. It's true.
It is true, and it's
it goes
either
both ways.
They're homeless and they're trying to fucking move in, or they're intimidated by the fact that I have everything that I need and I don't need shit. Like, it's one or the other for me, so.
Or there's even, or have you guys ever seen those guys that are younger and they date older women?
Oh yeah.
That's all the time.
Like, they try to prey on the woman that feels that, like, she can't get back out there and get something that's easier for her. Oh, a hot young guy comes in.
Is that how, nah, because I dated a couple in the beginning.
You consider yourself?
Nice.
No,
I'm 35. I was 10 years older.
We talking like...
older women?
Yeah, like older women. Nah, I'm not way in their 30s.
Guy in like his 18 to 24
Yeah,
dating someone in their 40s.
If they get hit on you, it's because girl, you're cute and you look young and everything. So, okay, girl, like you.
Them young ones ain't for me anyway.
Trust me, like as pretty girls, we'll get them young, we'll get them old.
I mean, to me, I look at it like
don't dim your light, girl.
To me, to me, it's different. Shine. Like men and women, like I don't see what a mid-age or older woman could get from a young dude. Yeah. Like there's no gains there now, because a young older man can gain from a young woman. She's more likely at her prime. She's probably like the best looking she's gonna be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of benefits he can gain right there. But like, what is a woman getting from a guy? Like
from a younger guy?
Yeah, from a younger guy. I like that he still has a lot of growth to go through.
A lot of growth.
And his stability where he's going to be to secure something for you.
He's
where
going
in
to
a
change
career,
so often.
He's definitely not there.
Yeah.
A woman's sexual prime is like 35.
Oh, yeah.
And a man's
sure.
sexual prime is like 25.
I mean, if it's
about
just
sex,
then it's just sex.
I mean, but how many relationships are like? If you see a relationship where there's a big difference like that, that's what it's about.
I mean, yeah.
Why make it a relationship? Why not just have it as?
But 9 times out of 10,
people are stupid.
I mean, like 9 times out of 10, like I see it all the time.
I'm not going to invest all that time and energy if it's just sex. Like,
but like 9 times out of 10, if it is that situation, the woman is the one is the breadwinner in that case majority of the time. So it's just like
it's a lot of manipulation too, because I think guys, once they get you or whatever, even if it is supposed to be casual, I don't want nobody else to have you. Like, they'll tell you whatever the fuck they think you want to hear to make, this my pussy, whatever. You fucking know, no, it's really not. And nobody wants to hear that, but at the end of the day, like, they're going to lie and they're going to manipulate you and they're going to fucking say whatever they have to say, fuck whoever they want to fuck, and tell you that that's their fucking pussy.
Would you say that since, like, if an older woman was dating a younger guy, that a lot of narcissism would come from right then and there?
It comes from both ways.
I mean, I would see a young man being more of it to an older woman though, because he's trying to control and gain ground.
The way I see it is that it's the same, because I feel like the reason I'm gonna say why I feel like older women end up with younger people. The reason older women end up with younger people is because sometimes the partners that they're with, the partners end up cheating on them.
That's true.
For a younger person.
If I'm not gonna say that, but yes, exactly, it does. And then also, I found that the 35-year-old was just as fucking stupid as the 24-year-old was, and I could tell you who I liked hanging out with more. At the end of the day, and who was way less drama, 35-year-old was a fucking mess, and you're a fucking mess, and you're 35.
Yeah, well,
Get
I would think that if you're with a
fucking
dude that's in his
shit together.
30s and don't have his shit together, then that's
Exactly.
just
Get
all
your
that.
fucking
That's
shit
just a
together.
red flag
Your
already.
shit-
Like
your-
right then and there.
You're
So you cannot be
24.
there.
Your shit's not together. It's okay. I got some shit you could have. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? So it just
Well, the
depends.
point is that love has no age, and we're in a generation where, thank God, now your parents don't choose your partner for you. You could choose your own partner. So people needed to literally study the person and actually, like Jesse said, try to actually get to know the person and get to the friend stage, so they could know who they're dealing with.
Yeah.
Do your background. Don't judge the book by its cover. You know, sometimes the book looks really good, and then you read it, and it's like, damn, this book fucking sucks. It was just a good intro. Or sometimes there's a book that looks real. The cover looks really boring, and then you get through the book, and you're like, damn, this is some really good stuff. It's just it didn't have really good marketing or really good, you know, visual or picture images, you know?
But I do find that men don't want to get to know you at all. Well, me at all. And for the most part, it's just, oh, I like you. You're pretty. Hi. Hi. What are you doing? Hi.
Do you think
Hi.
it's more because they're wondering like what value could you bring to them besides besides being like
They could
an
ask.
attractive woman, like
They
just
could
like
fucking ask any question they want and get an answer.
True.
so
you
they
know?
don't even
They
try
don't
that.
even
It's-
try.
They don't even engage.
Well, I think
Yeah,
that's just a
that's
guy. I
right.
think that sounds like a guy that ain't got no game. That's
No,
what it sounds like.
Maybe, but I'm not going to sit here and
Lacking
hold the
confidence,
conversation. I'm not going to initiate conversation. Like, if you
I mean, which you
approach me-
shouldn't. A man should. A
Yeah.
man should. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
but it sounds like you're coming across guys that just don't have game.
I think it's just a lot of them recently, and I'm just seeing like a lot of different like, what the fuck is this shit? Like all like I haven't.
Like you
found-
think in your head, like you use that on other girls all the time. Like,
Right.
does that
Like,
work?
does
for
it
you?
actually work?
especially like online, like dating apps or whatever. Oh my god, the
What's
shit. I will literally.
what's the worst? Like what app is it?
What do you hear the most,
Well,
and
I've
what's
only
been the
been on
worst?
one. I've only been on one,
Which
just
one?
Bumble, and
Okay.
like it was not a very long, thing.
On Bumble, the women get to say
Yes.
vice versa. Okay.
Yeah, and even
I've actually
then,
never used that.
it's still bad. It was okay. I mean, she met some fucking weirdos, but I've also made, I've also made some good friends from there. You know.
Okay, tell me this. So just being on there, so that way the guys can know. Being based off their profile, pictures, and everything that they set up, not so much off of physical looks. Obviously, just attraction is going to make you swipe right or whatever it is first.
Yeah.
But like out of 20, how many do you swipe right on?
Fuck. Not very many.
Out of 20,
One.
Damn.
what?
And why is that though?
Yeah, what reasons for that?
Yeah.
Like
Besides the looks.
besides the looks.
Besides the
okay,
looks.
so
That's a point I want to bring
it's
up.
gonna be age. First of all, when I was on Bumble, also I was.
Can't
in
you
a-
filter that? Like I'm looking for a guy between
Yes.
this and that.
So when I was on Bumble, I was at a much lower age range, just trying to have some fun.
Fine. Okay.
Mhm.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So
yeah.
like, also men my
I
age,
get you.
It's a hot girl summer, so you know she gotta live.
right? So I was just having a good time. They're either cute, but they're not. I do look at their job often, and like if they're not very specific about their job, like, oh, I'm owner at M, like what the fuck, like like I'm not,
What?
yes, like I'm good because you're full of shit, or if they're cute, but I'm not gonna lie, if they're cute and it says 5'8", it's not gonna work out for me. If I see you in person and you're 5'8", that's great. That's
Okay.
and you're cute and we're face to face.
Mm.
But I'm 5'7".
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And like you really gonna have it's gotta be a vibe to be that short.
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay.
Relating back
I'm
to your
not wrong,
question and to what she's saying, as she just mentioned it earlier, the problem is that everyone's going based on image.
Yeah.
Everyone's going based on image, and they're looking for the exterior, and they're not looking in the interior.
Yeah.
And maybe people need to start looking more in the interior, and they need to stop looking at people for their bodies, for
Yeah.
their face.
Because I'll
for-
tell you, probably out of 10 guys that I do talk to, 8 of them will ask to see my tits before they ask if I have kids. Or if they're not asking to see my tits, they're just straight sending me a picture of their
Are
dick.
you guys listening to this?
After I say,
Oh my
don't.
God.
Fucking
If you can be
creeps.
respectful, we
God
can be
damn.
friends, right? Because we got to be friends before I even know if I want to fuck with you. So if you
shit.
be respectful, we can be friends. And what do? Dick pic. If they ain't got a dick to show, let me see your
Come
titties.
on.
Like, it's crazy every fucking time. So
What the?
it's I just can't do it.
Yeah, it's true
I just
story.
can't do
That's
it.
what we do with.
And for what? For what? Like, there was some dudes on Snapchat that would try to talk to me, and it would be weeks that we would just every day check in. Hey, how's it going? You don't know a goddamn thing about me. But I post a picture where I'm wearing a shirt like this, and they're like, oh, let me see it. Wow.
Thirsty.
Wow.
No,
yes.
No, but let me tell you something. Even though you're covered up and everything like that, like, you could be covered up and they still want to see. And it's like, or even though you kind of show, they still want to see more. I was like, wait, didn't you see my post already with the bikini and you still want to see more, boy?
I was at a club. It was like
Another one.
like a BDSM club where they're doing like weird stuff upstairs. And I was with a friend of a friend. He was driving us. It was after a concert. We were drinking, so he was driving, and we're standing up there, and he kept telling me, go let him tie you up and go da-da-da-da. I'm like, well, I don't really like people looking at me. Like, I'm not big on, like, attention like that. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, right, like, the way that you look, da-da-da. And I was like, no, like, for real, like, I wouldn't be comfortable with people watching me getting spanked, you know? Yeah. That's just me. And he's like, yeah, you're standing up with your titties out. He said that shit to my face. Yes, I am standing here with my fucking titties out. And what's your motherfucking point? You're not going to spank me.
Sounds like an angry guy.
It was crazy as fuck. It's just so disrespectful.
Question, is he a guy in the friend zone?
I don't know who the fuck he is. I met him that night. I will never speak to him again.
I think he needs to look into a new industry. Maybe he should go into the porn site and do dominatrix stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe people like that shit.
Maybe he should get spanked.
Maybe he should get spanked.
I guess he just assumed because I was there and because I was dressed the way I was dressed that I would be into it, but it's just not my thing. He was hoping. Maybe, but sorry, sir. I don't even know your name.
But you get where he's coming from, like, a little bit, right? Just because, like, if you were dressed a certain way, he's probably just automatically assuming. Like how I said, like how we've seen her pictures that we thought she's a party girl. Like.
Right, but I feel like if I wanted to be up there getting spanked, what would I be doing? I'd be up there getting fucking spanked, right? I wouldn't be standing in the corner. Sure. Body language like this, talking about, I don't think I want to do it. Like, you know, like, shut the fuck up. Stop asking me. That's not how I feel.
Okay.
And another thing, the reason I have my pictures out there like that is because due to the part of the narcissism. In the past, a couple of my exes, I would tell them what would be my goals, what would I want to do in life, and they literally, like, would shut me down or they wouldn't support me. Like, one of my exes would be like, oh, I want a model. You don't got a model. I'll take the pictures for you. No photographer has to be looking at you. Let me do that. Everything like that. Okay? In the party industry and everything like that, I knew a lot of people, you know, to network and stuff like that. And they would always ask me. Always ask me to be a promoter. Always. And I would, you know, I would even host and I would promote for my friends, you know, for free. Because those are my friends and I love them, you know? And now, like, they see me down and everything and they're trying to help me and everything like that. So I always promote, you know? There's, like, because, you know, people like who I am as a person. So I'm like, okay, you guys want a piece of my pie? That's fine. Have a piece. So I would do what I have to do for my friends. You know, if I could help them, like, you know, get another set somewhere else, if I could help them, you know, like, get more people in, so be it. You know, if it's putting bread in your pockets for your family, for your goals, so be it. If I could help you with that, with something that it has nothing to do with money, I'm going to help you, you know? So literally, like, I literally, like, will do all that stuff and everything like that. And then my ex, he would get mad. Like, he'll be like, oh, you shouldn't go out or anything like that. I couldn't even go out with my friend simply to go to a restaurant because he said that it was me fetching for attention. Excuse me? So
you want to get something to eat?
Having some
dressed like that?
I was just hungry.
No, dare you eat? No, it didn't even matter what I wore. Yeah, there was one moment.
Like, I'm wearing sweats. What are you talking about?
Yeah, literally, I sometimes could be fucking wearing a sporty ass clothes and everything like that. I would sometimes be without makeup, and then I still get hit on. And you know what? Like, it's not just because how I look. It's also how I am. You know, my personality. Like, I'm sorry,
but men are insecure.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
It's really it comes from both sides. It comes from the girl and the guy side because
it can. I'm not insecure like that.
No, you want to know where the narcissistic and manipulation idea came from and everything like that? You want to know why he actually wouldn't want me to go out to eat in restaurants with my friend, something very normal, even though I was very committed to him? Because he would be the one going out to the restaurants fetching for girls.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So he didn't want you to be that type of girl, out there.
He didn't want you doing
and I wasn't doing that shit. But because his conscience,
his guilty conscience,
is like, because I'm doing it, you're doing it. Yeah. Now, I actually cared for him, and I actually was very committed to him, and I actually would ignore people.
Yes, that's one thing her and I have in common. We've never cheated. I've never cheated, and not on a boyfriend. I mean, granted, in my early 20s, you know, you have relationships, you break up, you go do whatever you gotta do, whatever. But like, I've never fucking cheated to anybody.
Together, man.
I've been committed to. I know my ex cheated. I saw text messages on his phone. Just like she said, it would get so bad to where I'd be at the grocery store. I'd be at Stater Brothers, and he'd video call me. I fucking hear voices in the background.
Or
Like,
then have your location.
bro, like I'm at fucking
So you
Stater
just spin the
Brothers.
camera
like,
around or
yeah,
something?
I have, yes, for real. Like, I'm in the car. Like, are you sure it's not your headset? Are you fucking playing Xbox? You know,
Like
like
FaceTiming you,
yeah,
making sure where
FaceTime
you're at,
all the time, even
asking
after the
screenshots
divorce.
of wherever you're going.
He didn't believe anything. He couldn't fathom.
That
That
sounds
he
like
was
mad
treating me-
insecurity.
Yeah.
It's insecurity, manipulation, narcissism.
It is.
And not just that, the fact that literally, like, I would be like, what the fuck? I know I'm not even doing anything wrong. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Why is he being like this? Then it finally clicked. Click, Diana. He's doing it.
Yeah.
So at some point, I even had to, like, literally be like, you know what, God? I'm doing right by this person, but help me get out of this shit. So I literally worked my way up. I got my savings, and and I moved out. I had nowhere to go. I didn't even know I know I couldn't go back to my parents because my parents live in a really small complex.
Yeah.
So I got my money and I had nowhere to go and I even left my shit. I left my shit at his house. I only got one bag and I was like, you know what, God, I did right by him, but he didn't. And it sucks that I had to play stupid right now because I really wanted something with this person, but he didn't see it. So I had to literally prepare myself to leave him.
It's
Do what you
hard.
gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what the fuck. I had
You can't
worked
stay
in 4
in
years.
you can't stay in a fucked up situation if it ain't doing nothing for you.
Especially if you know it, like you're kind of enabling it because
Yeah.
you're allowing him to be who he is. So that's good that you got out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
By you
it's
staying,
not
you're letting
cool.
him know that it's okay. Like, I'll deal with it.
Especially if you got a kid, you don't have a kid around there.
Yeah, and he was really sure. He really thought that I wasn't gonna leave because he knew my situation with
usually are.
with my
Usually
parents.
guys are
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, he knew my situation.
Especially
with
if you're
my
already
parents.
putting up with it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, she ain't going nowhere. She
10
needs
years.
me."
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I really do need you. Like last time I checked, before I even moved in with you, I had my own studio. I had my own business. I have careers and certificates under me. I've worked so hard to become who I am. And I'm the type of person that, like, if you need me, I'm going to be there for you. And I will literally, he will have, like, off-job sites. He will literally pay for tickets for me to go over there with him, for him to make sure that he would act right, and for him to make sure that I wouldn't act misbehave.
That's too much.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's way too much.
And you know what sucks? I would actually go.
Yeah.
I would
You
actually
do
go
it,
because
yeah.
I mean, because that's your
your
fault.
personality,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's your fault.
It
That's
is
what
my
I'm saying.
fault.
It's
You're right. It is my fault. It's my fault for loving him, for trying to
for
have
loving him,
hope,
yeah.
for trying to hope that he was gonna become better, for seeing the fact that he gave up on himself. So I was trying not to give up on him.
Yeah.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, is having hope that he would do better and how.
I think a lot of women, I see a lot of women go through that. We've had a lot of women on this panel,
Yeah.
like, come here, and I see it in them when they're telling the story, like, I'm like, dang, like, you really were waiting that change was
Hoping
going to
that
come.
there was
The hope
change.
was
I don't
gonna
know which
come,
one of you I
like-
talked to online about dating for potential, or no, it was settling. Cupping season's coming.
Okay.
And we're gonna settle. And I was like, I ain't settling for shit. And you're like, well, we'll talk about it. Like, no, like for real, like, absolutely not. I will not fucking settle. For what? For fucking what? You know what I mean? Like, I have so many boxes that have to be checked at this point if you want to even be in my fucking life.
That's good, but I think like what women need to have right now. I hear you ladies, like, you guys are right here, that you guys have it like right now because you had to go through it, obviously. But like, keep your standards like high. It keeps these loser ass dudes that you guys keep on telling us about, sending these pictures
I mean,
and all that
it's
shit
funny.
like that. Like,
it's entertaining and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it makes for a story and
when
like the
he
jokes,
tells
but
me,
it's just
I'll
like
screenshot. He's like,
yeah.
why are you screenshotting? Well, I'm going to show all my friends. And he's like, you're
Why
going to
you
show
gonna do
your
that?
friends or a dick? Da, da, da. I didn't ask for a dick pic. I said,
Yeah.
if I send you a picture, feel free to show your fucking friends. I ain't sending you shit. What are you worried about me?
Yeah.
I'm going to show all my fucking friends.
Nah, but
Shoot,
keep
we're
your
doing a
standards,
free
man.
giveaway.
So since you've been on Instagram, like how often are you getting these in the DMs?
Well, I'm still private. I only have like 300
Oh,
followers
okay.
on Instagram. I'm not out there like that. I'm not trying to be out there like that. I'm not trying to waste my time doing this fucking shit.
Yeah, but even still being
another
private,
reason
you
why I
still
don't
get how
open
many
the
times you getting like people just requesting you that don't even.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
All day.
Tons. But my Instagram is people. Snapchat's a little bit more open. But my Instagram is people that I pretty much know in real life, or people that I talk to that also have kids, because my kid's on
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? And he's my first priority right now. And I also have business. I'm also starting a second business. And, you know, like I said, I've got my fucking house. There's always something that needs to be cleaned or mowed or cooked or what the fuck ever, you know. And it's just too much to put up with it. Nobody has their shit together enough. I mean, I have a couple
prospects.
Yeah.
Some back pocket guys.
No, I wouldn't say back pocket. They're both very aware that I'm interested, but at the same time,
are they aware of each other though?
I mean, we're not committed. It's not like that. One of them, we talk more online, and the other one is very new, but he travels a lot. He's only home 10 days a month.
So is it okay for him to have?
I don't know what they do. Cool. That's their business, you know.
So are we just in talking stage, or are you sleeping with any of them?
Nope, I haven't slept with either one of them. So no, I wouldn't even say talking stage. It's more like still getting to know each other type of situation. Because like I said, I'm just really busy and it's hard. I get 4 days a month, and on those 4 days a month, I want to fucking hang out with my friends. I want to go do what the fuck I want to do. I don't want to deal with.
Are your friends, are they single or are they?
My bestie, she has a boyfriend or two. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She's busy too. Also, both very well aware of the situation. We're very open and honest. So you know, she's got her one boyfriend, and she sees a couple other guys.
They don't know them?
No, they do. Everybody's very aware. Yeah. No, like I said, honesty is very important.
Okay.
It's same with me.
So she actually has a boyfriend that allows her to.
He's married. So he can't say a lot.
It's an open triangle
relationship.
Yeah. It's not my cup of tea.
Okay.
But that's her situation. So at the end of the day, yes, we're able to do whatever we want. At the end of the day, I want to be able to do whatever I want regardless. I want to find somebody that fully supports me, having friends, going out. Like, for instance, I'm going to the rave this weekend. Like, my ex, even to this day, he's mad that I'm doing that shit. He's so pissed, like, because I used to rave in my early 20s. Yeah. You're 35 years old. What the fuck are you doing that? I'm dancing my ass off for 9 hours. What the fuck are you asking me? What do you think I'm doing?
She belongs to the streets.
What the fuck you think I'm doing? I'm not out there meeting people. I'm not out there fucking dudes at the rave or whatever he thinks I'm doing. Like, when I go out, when I go to the bars, even if I go to the clubs, I do not go out with the intentions of meeting men. Ever. Same.
I mean, I think you don't have to, especially if you're decently attractive.
They're
gonna come.
Men don't approach me.
I mean, not if they don't approach you. I mean, like, you have choices anyway, so it's just like it doesn't matter. I think
Correct.
So like you said, like, I think women are going out. I say half like to get the attention while they're out, but majority of the time, especially if you're going out with girls, you just want to have fun.
Just want to have fun, yeah.
Just go out.
Because I really don't need that extra attention, and I'm not looking for. Yeah, so I don't think that. I don't know. I guess a lot of the younger culture maybe goes out to do the hookups and stuff. It's just not something I'm interested in. The casualness of all that.
So how many hookups have you had off Bumble?
Off of Bumble, I only hooked up with one guy.
Sure. Just
Stop the cap.
The young guy in the beginning, that young 24-year-old boy.
Was it that one that you swiped right on out of the 20?
I mean, I swipe right, but then they ruin it. You know what I'm saying? They fuck it up.
So give us 2 examples. How do they ruin it? What 2 things do they say right away?
Asking me to see my fucking tits or sending
that's
me a
like
picture of
the
their
first
dick.
thing?
I swear to God, I'll pull messages up right fucking now.
No, honestly, like nowadays you can't even go and apply for a job because they're gonna be like, so, like, what you doing, you know, like, and everything like that, and even like, like
a job interview?
Like, yeah, it's like, is this like a
What?
You seem like fun. That's what they always
Yeah.
say.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I'm like, hello, I actually have a brain. Like, hello, I'm actually really smart. Like, hello.
Yeah, we'll find that out later.
Like,
so what?
No, they're like, yeah, like after we
I was
go
with my
through the
husband
whole
for 10 years.
trial.
He has no idea. He has no clue I have a fucking brain up here. Not for a second. I don't even think he knows my middle name. I'm not gonna lie.
You're very smart. I told you.
I am very smart. I know that. But men don't.
No, it's just in generally, it's just people make assumptions. People, you know, go based on image. People just kind of like, they see you a certain way and they're like, oh, this person like this, like that, and everything like that.
Women do it too.
Exactly. It comes both ways.
we were at the Ritz-Carlton.
And that's why I don't go out, because I feel like I'd be like, oh, no, you're like this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't. And honestly, like, I sometimes even when I go out, it's like I'm there, but I'm not really there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm there just more like to be there with my friends that I do care for. And I'm there to make money, you know, to promote and everything like that. And then I just collect my bag and I'm like, goodbye, guys. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I care more about my family
Yeah.
than other people.
Is you sure?
Of course, yeah. And that's the thing about it too, is I don't think people really do peg us for, you know, family women. We don't look like the typical mom or
Just
whatever.
the image or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't look
But
like a
it's-
regular mom. I'm a cool mom,
Yeah.
sorry.
Right, same. So, yeah, I feel like people don't. A lot of men are confused, you know. They're like, "What do you mean?" Like, because they want to pull up. That's another thing. They want to pull up. Oh, put your son to bed. Let me pull up. The fuck you talking about? I've never met you, sir. Why would I let you come to my
What the
motherfucking
heck?
house where my son is asleep?
But
And
he's
pull up.
asleep.
Right.
so-
Put him to bed. No.
And that's
No.
why my son has only met 2 people.
My son's never met a single one of those
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers. He ain't
No,
gonna
but
do it
the 2
either.
people that he dated were people I date, that people I was with in a relationship for a long time. And I actually took my time to introduce them to them, because for me it's like my son is so precious that his dad's barely even around, that he doesn't need temporary people in his
Yeah, for
life.
sure. Nobody
He
wants that
needs-
for their kids.
He needs someone that is actually there for him. He needs someone that's permanent. He needs someone that he looks up to. He needs someone that's gonna be like, you know what? When I grow up, I want to be like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actual
Yeah.
role model.
Yeah, so I think
Right.
as a mom, like I said, like not only are you trying to find somebody for yourself, but you have to, like you
More
said,
importantly.
somebody has to be the right person to fit in
Right.
with your kids also.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's
but
very
it's
important.
it's like, and that's another thing. It's like I don't go. I'm not. That's not. It's right, and it's wrong, because I'm gonna tell you this. When I'm not even like, you know how you ask me like if I'm looking. I'm not looking. I'm really not looking. And usually some women, they go out looking for the daddy image for their kid. Nah.
I think those are moms that feel guilty that their kid doesn't have
That
that dad instead of the mom turning it up. You know, what I'm saying, be both parents for your kids. Don't be worried about the kid having a
Yeah,
dad.
and
But-
exactly. And I actually don't. I'm not going out here looking for a daddy figure. I became the daddy figure.
Yeah,
I
as I
had
said,
to
like,
step
turn
it
it up
up,
and you
and I
become
had to
both
learn
parents.
how to do some guy shit. I had to learn how to take out the tires. So when my kid grows up, be like, you know what, your dad's not around, but you know what, your mom knows how to change a tire. You know what, your battery's not working. It might be the alternator.
Yeah.
You know what, you might need a jump start. Mommy had to learn how to do things that daddy can't teach.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I say being like single mom and stuff like that. How long of the stage of just like not having somebody permanent do you see yourself? Like, how long do you see this?
The single
Just-
life
yeah,
happening.
single life.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
So there's like no limit, so you don't care.
Okay.
Like if somebody
Deep
checks all
down,
those boxes,
Right.
then
Right. So if I find, because I mean, like I said, there are people who check quite a few boxes or whatever.
but the main ones they don't check, so it's
Right,
like
or they're fucking dumb, so that doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? And like, at the end
Another one.
y'all motherfuckers stop being
God
stupid,
damn
all right?
it, stop being so fucking stupid. At the end of the day, I don't want to have to worry about it. I refuse to even think about it. Like I heard this thing online where it was saying like, okay, you have so many things, because sometimes it gets overwhelming when you have so much shit going on and you have to worry about everything. And it said, put everything on your plate. Write a list, everything that you need to get done. Put it on your fucking plate, right? No matter how long it's gonna take, no matter what it is, like blah blah. And then your plate's full. You can't possibly manage to get all those things done, right? It's impossible. Take what you can't manage off of your plate and put it on the placemat for the universe to handle, or God, or whatever, and just give it to God, give it to the universe, let them handle it. So I've given my whatever love life to Jesus at this point, because fuck, I can't deal with it no more. I'm not worried about it. I'll be fine without it. I'm really big into astrology, and so I know my son.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm with astrology too. Okay?
I know myself.
Uh-oh.
I am.
Don't make me guess your horoscope.
Uh-oh.
I know myself on a very personal level. I know the reasons why I am the way that I am. At the end of the day, I'm a lover girl at heart, and I can't help it. I do want a husband. I am the nurturing kind. I do love to cook. I do love to clean. I love to raise children. I love to be a wife. I want to be submissive, but not too.
But you're not in a rush to get it. You know
I need
that,
to see every single box checked. Because there's things like the last guy, and I wouldn't even explain to him like, this is what I need, and he'd be like, "Fuck you. You don't need that shit." Yeah, straight up. Like, yeah, I might have problems. I would like you to tell me that I'm pretty. Fuck you. You should know you're pretty. Okay, well, guess who's gonna tell me I'm pretty? It's this guy over here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, like it's not even that hard to tell your girl she's pretty.
That's free.
No, they rather like Kim Kardashian's picture.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Because you know what? It's okay for her to dress up that way, but
So
it's
do you
not
think
okay.
you think
He
social
was
media
crazy.
kind of killed the traditional?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I think you have to be strong enough to look past that shit. Maybe just because I'm not big on social media. Like I said, I'm not big on Instagram. I'm not big on that kind of stuff. So I don't fucking know. I don't even watch TV. So I don't know. But maybe. Not for me. Maybe that's why I'm so lost. Lost here.
No, it's just some of us are extroverts, some of us are introverts, you know, and it's okay, you know. Like some of us, like we just don't like to deal with people's BS.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been coddled up for a lot of years, so that speaks a lot for you right there. Getting back when everything's just gone. It's like so.
And I just barely realized the weird part about me and her, and I didn't even like realize is that we both have been literally in a relationship for the same amount of time. 10 years for me with 3 different people. 10 years for you with the same person.
Same motherfucker.
So is it the fact that it's just dating one person, or is it the fact of dating different people?
I mean, if you went back to back to back and there's no time
Yeah,
in
you didn't give
between,
yourself
But there
no
was
break?
time for me. There was not enough time.
what's
I
the time?
can tell
What's
you
the break?
guys. It was from 3 to 6 months, and now it's even taking me.
But do you think that's long enough to heal?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's not long
It's not
enough.
about you. It doesn't matter how long it is to heal or not, because now girls are like literally doing these. How do I say this? They're doing like this little checklist of what they want, and now they're not giving the good guys a chance.
Oh yeah, no, for
No,
sure.
I mean,
Because
that's-
I think a lot of the girls'
Nice guys finish
checklists
last.
look
like,
the same, so
it's
they're
like-
after the same type of dude.
It's like everyone here, like males and females, are attacking each other and everything like that, and it's just like, no, you guys have to kind of back down a little bit and get to know the person and see where they're coming from. And if you like it, cool. If you don't like it, all right. If you see potential, go for it. You know, no one's telling you who to date. No, your parents are not choosing your partner for you no more. No one's putting a gun in your head and telling you date this person.
Yeah. But I think off of piggyback, what he's saying is that like when it comes to social media, that people are going off of images that they see and they think.
But people
that-
have always gone through images.
Yeah.
Back in the days, what would the parents
Yeah,
do?
no, but
They
it-
would
yeah, but
choose
it's
someone
just-
that had a lot of money, right? That has
social
that has
studies.
social studies.
Yeah.
That's still image.
But that's the thing about social media now. Everybody looks like they have social status
Yeah.
online.
I can make my page
Exactly.
look like
That's the
I'm
goal. The higher
bonus
number of
person in the world,
followers,
like-
the
Right.
more nicer cars, the more outfits, the more trips, the more
my
status,
God.
the
So that's-
lifestyle
yes.
that I show
And
you.
then
That's
when
what
I
it was.
pull up, you're like,
Yeah.
wait, what the
With
fuck?
that last guy. when
Where's
he-
that car you just
Yep.
had in the picture?
He
Where
had
is
the
it?
Benz.
Exactly.
Nice ass Benz. His fucking profile. Yeah, he acts like
It was
he
in
has
the
all
shop.
this fucking money. No, he pulled up in the Benz for sure. But why does my 2008 Honda CRV have better tires, a full fucking oil change,
No check engine light?
no check engine light on? I got brand
AC
new
work?
motherfucking
I
brakes.
told
His
you.
AC didn't work.
glass,
Slow
like,
it down. I just dissed you.
Homeboy ain't
His
paid
windows didn't roll
paid
down,
his
all that shit.
registration in 2 fucking years. Tints peeling.
God
Needs tires.
damn.
Needs brakes. Needs an oil
Another
change.
one.
Couldn't pay for the $300.
But I'm rolling this
fucking-
Benz though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I told him, be
The rented Benz for the day.
fucking for real. Like, for me personally, just me, it's more impressive to pull up in a Chevy, in a Honda, in a whatever,
But have your
and
shit
have
to go
a
with.
place to go back to.
Yeah.
Where are we gonna go, sir? To my house? We're gonna go to my fucking house.
So
I don't
he
even want you to know
Yeah,
where
that's what
I
they want.
live.
So he had a Benz with no house?
Nothing. He's living with his best friend, his homegirl.
What?
What?
Yes, in Hollywood. Right.
Bro,
exactly.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He's a homeless. He already tried to move in. I'm telling you, bitch. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, absolutely
Damn.
not. You will not come over. You will not. None of it. No. And for
Can
for
I
what?
park my car in front of your house?
Right. Exactly. Can I come take a shower? Like no.
What the?
Go away.
City boy!
Please go
City
away.
boy!
Fuck. It's crazy. This is why. Like why? Why am I doing this? There's. I'm saying 2 guys. One of them I feel like I'm gonna have to wait forever, and the other one, I just don't know him well enough. So.
No, I can't.
Other than that, I really don't have the energy.
And as for me, I'm
4
dating
days.
myself. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
you sound like you're going through some stuff, so it's best you not dating anyway.
I have such
heal.
great
No,
friends.
I'm working
I don't
on
need
my
to.
on my personal things.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
I would
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
So I'm saying, like, right now, just take your time to heal.
Because at your state where you're at, I mean, like you want to be at your best to offer somebody anything anyway.
Yes.
So since you're building, it doesn't matter what any guy is offering you because
Right.
you're independent. You can do your own shit.
Because
So
if you were to go in there and
I'm a girl with
entertain
lots
anything,
of tricks because, like I told you guys, like if I don't know it, I learn it.
Yeah. For sure.
that's good. So real quick, being that sounds like you're hearing a bunch of horror stories.
It's Halloween.
that is true.
So far since as in being single, what's the worst date you've been on?
I haven't been on a date.
You haven't been on any dates?
Nope. I won't date.
Oh,
I've actually
I'm
only
really,
been on 2
I was
dates.
You been on two
adamant.
dates?
Only 2.
What was
My
worse
whole life.
between?
your whole life?
Like yeah, because like literally like
Oh, you
like
went
the
from
people.
relationship to relationship, and then
No, because one of them was like a person like that I date like 2 people that I dated, and the other one like I just never wanted to go out, you know, and it was just like, well,
So no date, you guys just hung out.
like I had my trust issues and everything like that, so we were like friends always. That's actually how it started with the father of my kid. Like we would be
He was a
around
friend.
us.
He was a friend first.
No, we actually had like mutual. Yeah, he was my
Yeah,
friend, and we
friends,
had mutual
uh-huh.
friends, and we would always hang out, and we would always end up together. And he had like some insecurities and trust issues himself, so I did too. So I was able kind of to like I get it, you know. So we kind of like bonded and everything like that. Then eventually we decided like we liked each other, but we didn't want to make it official because we were scared that we were gonna go through what we went through with our past traumas. Then eventually we were like, I don't know, it started getting hard to the point where it was like we wouldn't like to see each other with other people.
Yeah.
We didn't like we would get like little jealousy things. So then we decided to go official on it, and you know like, and I know who I fell for. You know, like I fell for him because he was going through stuff and he was still about his family, and even though whatever he was going through, he was pushing through, and I like that quality in him because I'm really about family, and I like that he, even though his world was being tormented, he was still pushing through, and it was a quality that I saw in myself. So you know I know why I ended up with him, but then like I told you guys, our mental growth, it was just very different, and he wasn't seeing where I was coming from, and I wasn't okay with how he was being. So that's why I just decided, and I still gave him a trial. Like I told him, you know what, like January 2018, I was like, I'm not feeling this relationship anymore. I'm feeling more like your mom than your girlfriend. And honestly, like, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to give you a chance until July 2018. Show me that you're about me and your kid. Show me that, you know, this is worth working on. And he did it. And I think 6 months is more than a fair amount of time to tell someone, hey, you're fucking up. And you should try to, you know, fix it.
Yeah.
But he did it.
4 weeks. We got 4 weeks.
Yeah, you see, 4 weeks, and I gave him 6 months.
No.
So what was his excuse? There is no excuse.
Makes sense.
They have to be accountable. If
Yeah.
there's no accountability,
Accountability
where
is
the fuck's
big.
it gonna go? Yeah. As I told him, in October last year, I said, hey, I need A, B, C, D, 4 things from you to save our fucking 10 years of marriage, right? He's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. 4 weeks passed by November. I said, hey, what's going on? A, B, C, D. He's like, yeah, fuck you. Cool. Cool.
He's
Sounds
like A, B,
good.
C, D, and then we go to the F.
Right. So no, I said you need to go to therapy. You need fucking therapy. at the
So
end of the day.
tell me this, your last year of being together, were you guys sexually involved or
Oh, you know what? No,
no?
not for like a very long time.
Really?
Yeah, which should have been his first clue. Though I was thinking about that this morning. Like, if my wife stopped fucking me,
Yeah.
my wife stopped fucking me, like, hey, something's not right.
Oh, yeah, for
right. But nah, he's just
So
like,
what
I'm
would-
gonna just go
when-
play video
when-
games.
When he was gonna like try and make the attempt for the night, like
No.
just no because
Stop.
I don't like how you're treating me, or like you just like
Flat out, no.
yeah, just flat out like nah, I'm not in the mood, like
Stop. Yeah.
okay.
Right. So God forbid anybody
What about your last year?
change.
My last year,
Were you guys still sexually active? Or?
I'm gonna say this. It's like, you know how I told you guys with the whole like my exes thing and everything like that, and I just choose to and everything like that. Well, I honestly like will still run it back to like probably 2 of them and everything like that. But I cut them off, and like she said, they'll contact me. They'll show up at my place. It literally would be like going around telling people shit about me that's not true. So that way that everyone views me a certain way, and they won't like me. And then later when I go out there, like, dude, you're actually a real chill ass chick. Like you're really like down to earth. Like you're very, you know, like laid back, you know. And everyone ends up liking me, and then they're like, but your ex was saying this and that about you. But they were saying this and that about you. I was like, oh yeah. And then at some point, like one of my friends, he's like, dude, like they're putting your name out, throwing it out in the dirt and everything like that. And I was like, you know what? Let them. Let them, because I go out, and the people that really do know me, they know how my heart is. They know the actual person, and they know who I am. And you know what? I'm like, I don't gotta be explaining myself and going out and telling people, like, explaining myself about people I dated, because I didn't take no one's partner. I didn't take no one's partner. I dated these people. I lived with them. I nurtured them. I'm the one who dealt with them. Why do I gotta explain myself to strangers that don't pay my bills, that don't know shit about me, that just go by assumptions? I don't gotta do that shit. I don't gotta do any of that. What am I gonna justify myself? What am I gonna excuse myself for? Loving them, for being with them, for taking all their bullshit? Why do I gotta be saying anything like that? Like, I don't have to be doing that. And then you know what's the best part? God is so big that literally, like, I will literally not even do anything. And I still don't do anything. And you know what? When I would be going out there and everything like that, I could be just with regular friends, or I could just be literally, like, with probably a potential friend, and maybe, you know, could be something else. And they could probably even be with some other bitch or something like that. And they literally will drop there and make me a whole fucking scene. And it's like, wait a minute. Weren't you just saying that I was a crazy bitch? And weren't you saying that, like, you know, I was this and that, and you left me for this and that? But I'm over here trying to move on, and you're over here, like, acting crazy? Oh, so you were just saying that so you could make...
exes out in public?
I would run into them. I would run into them, not on purpose.
No,
I would run...
just in the same area.
Yeah, literally, like, I would run into them, and I would be there, like, with just simply friends and everything like that, and they'll literally, like, be making a whole show and everything like that. And honestly, I don't even know, like, what is wrong with these people, but these people literally think that it doesn't matter. And now I kind of get scared, because it doesn't matter whether if I date them or I don't date them, they become my stalkers. They literally get so obsessed with me that they don't let me go. And that's literally like, and you know why they don't let me go? Because I treated them good. I treated them too good. And you know what? And I did that by heart. And I treated them too good. But you know what? That's their karma, because I treated them so good that now when they go out there, they can't find better. They can't compare. And when you're good to someone and they can't compare you, that's the best fucking feeling. And the fact, and now, like, whether they like it or not, they have to live with that. My baby daddy, he's going through it really bad, and I feel bad for him. And I'm not mad at him or anything like that. With the new girl he's stuck with, that's his karma. And he's in a stage where, like, he's depressed. He gained weight. My baby daddy used to be so handsome and everything like that. He gained so much weight. He's depressed. He's been suppressed by this girl. He's literally like, she's not even uplifting him. They have 3 kids. And I'm the one taking care of my kid by myself. And you know what? Instead of me being mad at him, I'm like, you know what? You're going through some shit. And you know what? I know you think that I probably have it, but sometimes my kid doesn't need his dad. And right now that I'm going through shit, I wish he had a dad.
Yeah. But still, I mean, if he's just a crappy dude, he's a crappy dude.
He's not crappy. It's just, you know, he went through a lot in his childhood.
I mean, I get it, but the kids at the house can't. It's not cool that they get him and your son don't get him.
It's fine. Yeah. I don't have no anger. I'd rather he be a good dad to those 3 kids.
But we have to address the thing is that he's just not cool with your son. You know what I'm saying? Like
he loves my son, but he's loving him from the distance. It's the girl.
It shouldn't be a distance.
That's not cool.
Yeah. It should be if he loves his son that much, he should be in his son's life.
His family, they're so close to me, and they literally tell me what goes on, and it's just like
because he's obviously there for those kids.
I'm gonna say it for you.
He's there for guilt.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but still, it's
whatever
like
he couldn't do with me, he's trying to do with her.
Yeah, but if the chick is not allowing him to see his son, then he's allowing her to do that, and that's not cool.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
it's okay, but that's something he has to
It's
deal
not.
with. That's
It's
his
not
story
okay.
to tell,
He has to
you know?
deal with it. Yeah.
That's his story
Yeah.
to tell. Like, I'm not gonna tell him how
I
to
mean,
deal with
eventually
it.
he's gonna have to explain that to his kid, and then his kid's gonna be like, "Well, fuck you."
Yeah.
You know,
But
what
at the
I mean?
same time,
Like,
No,
no.
my kid is full of love, and my kid still loves him. And my kid, when he hears him,
because he
he'll be like,
wants that father figure.
No, because I don't ruin the image to my kid about his
yeah,
dad.
of course.
My
You don't
issues
have
with
to.
him is very separate.
But kids they're not stupid. He'll notice, he'll see what's going on.
As he
My
gets
kid
older.
calls me mom and dad.
Exactly. See,
It's what it is, but yeah. But as far as what he's doing, it's plain to see. It's like we got 3 other people here with you. Like it is what he is.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, don't coddle and enable him. Like he is what he's
Right.
doing. He's doing. What he's
I'm not
doing.
enabling him because I don't have contact with him or anything like that.
But you
I
are
just
making excuses.
yeah.
You are, and don't.
I get it.
because
It's
that's
cool.
the shit
But
you're
that's
It's
that's
holding.
the good,
understandable.
that's the good person
Yeah.
in you. Is that like
Yeah.
you don't want to send bad energy his way or hate. But like this, we ain't saying nothing. Hey, we don't even know him. We're just calling that for what we see it.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But maybe things get better, whatever it is. But just the situation right now it just sucks. And like your son's getting
no,
bad
it
energy.
was
Yeah,
just
he's
I'm
gonna
not making
like the
excuses
worst
for
of it.
him. There's actually a book by Oprah that says what happened to you, and it explains why a lot of people act the way they act, why they do what they do, and it has a lot to do with your past traumas, with your childhood, and everything like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And you guys are right. Yes, I am justifying him, but it's because I know his background. I know what he went through, and I understand.
And I get that because I'm very understanding too, and I've been through more than the average person should have to. So I do try to operate from a place of understanding when it comes to people, especially people that have been hurt. But you can understand and not enable, and you can understand why they are that way, but that doesn't excuse the fact that they're choosing to not get fucking better.
Yeah.
Because even my therapist said, like, damn, bitch, as much shit as you've been through, you should be 87 years old. Like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, right. But I'm not a bitch. I'm not a cheat. Well, I'm a bitch. I'm not a cheater. I'm not dishonest. I don't fucking rob people. Like, I'm helpful. I'm just what I feel is good inside. Like, you know, and that's.
You're a good person that don't take shit.
Right, exactly. Because I've been trampled on, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's just healthy boundaries at the end of the day. And that was because I chose to grow. Because I refuse, and like I said, it took cutting off my dad, stepping away from my mom. I don't talk to my brother. Like, I have
Whatever it takes
no
to make
family.
whatever make happiness around you at the
Right.
time.
Yeah,
That's what it
I've
takes.
nothing left but me and my son, and then I have like 3 good fucking friends, and that's it. That's all I need. This is the happiest I've ever been in my entire existence.
And see,
That's
all that cutting off, that made you a better person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've cut up a lot of people, and it's just literally why I probably ended up in 3 different relationships, because it's like it wasn't serving me. It wasn't serving me, and maybe some people are looking at it like, oh, you know what? Well, that's why that happened, because you were going between relationship. No, it happened because it's just the person, and and you know what? Back in the days, people were literally just shut themselves and just stay with whatever person they were stuck with, and I don't want to be that person. Like, have you guys seen people that they're like, yes, they're still together, but they're not happy?
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Too many times.
Yeah.
Girl, this
And I look at people and I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't want to grow up with someone that I don't even love.
Yeah.
I don't want to grow up with someone that it's not even mutual. I want to live my last days with someone that's something genuine, that's something honest, that, you know what, we're reciprocating one another, that we're compromising to do bigger things in life.
a lot of people
Yeah.
just settle, and it's good that, like I said, you got a situation, you didn't settle, you have that divorce or whatever it is, like you didn't settle. It's good to see women, like, you know what I'm saying, doing better things, because trust me, me and him sitting right here have had ladies come right here on this panel, and we're like, okay, cool, you guys have a relationship, we're gonna sit down, name, age, and status and shit like that. One girl didn't even want to say, she damn near like married, but she's like, I don't even know what to say about my status. Wait, hold on, let me think about
I was
it.
like, is it complicated? She was like, I mean, yeah, it's
She's like,
complicated.
yeah. She said, okay, cool. I'm gonna say complicated at first, and then I turned the camera on, I hit rolling, and then she said, oh yeah, I got my man and everything. We're like, She said complicated. Then we had another girl come here and like drilled her dude. She's like, yeah, this woman beating ass motherfucker, blah blah. Was I talking shit about him? And then like then later on was I talking to her homegirls about him? Like, yeah, no, you know, he's like this shit. I'm like,
I went right home to him like he was
crazy.
the best man in the world.
Yeah,
I try.
it's
I
like
won't come on
crazy.
here and disrespect my ex-husband. That's still the father of my child. And you know, I wanted a divorce before he and I started hating each other. So I sat down and I said, before things get fucking weird, like, you know, we should probably separate because this isn't working. And no, I won't settle. And you know, one of the guys that I talked to, he's got a lot of money, more money than anybody that I know. And he can do some very amazing things for me, and I still, that's not, I made it very clear. I was adamant when I kicked my husband out to stay single for a year, because that's what I need, and I don't really care how much money you have or whatever. So I told him I still have 3 months of being single, and at least, and
You're sitting there counting down like, shit.
I fucking told myself I would do this, no. And
Get that bucket list.
you know, and at the end of the day, he still doesn't check all my boxes, even if that box is checked. So.
Okay.
And a lot of females will ignore a lot of the boxes because that box is checked.
Correct, but I'm very adamant also about making my own fucking money because I've been financially abused my entire life.
Get you.
You know, and
I understand
I'm
where
not
that
gonna
comes
You
from.
can't make it without me and blah, blah, blah. So
Right, exactly. Whether it came from my family or from my ex-husband, and like I said, I went 4 years without working, and then once I started realizing like shit, this isn't gonna work out for me, I went back to school. I got my nail degree. I got my license. I started doing nails, and I was like, you know what? And honestly, when I kicked him out in December, I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. I had been working part-time. I had my license for 6 months. I just worked from home. I've been a stay-at-home mom for 4 years, you know. I hadn't, I had no fucking clue. I didn't know.
what made you get into doing nails?
Like,
what made you choose that business?
I've always had my nails done, and then there was a point in 2018 where I had to take some time off of work. There was like some weird shit going on in the nail shop. This is how stupid loyal I am. I went to the same bitch for 10 years, even though she fucked up my fucking nails like every week towards the end, and it just started getting so bad where I'd go home and redo them myself because, like I just wasn't happy.
Can I get my money back because I had to do everything myself?
I'm very particular and meticulous when it comes to my nails, and so I started fixing them, and then her and her little assistant got into like a big fight, and they left, and I couldn't pick a side, and I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do. I don't, you know, like who do I pick? And then I was not working at the time, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just start doing my own nails because I always wanted to do it anyways. And I tried when I was in my early 20s, and my mom and my grandma said I'd never make any money, like just go work at Lowe's. I worked at Lowe's for 14 fucking years. Yeah. Okay. So they were like, just do that, and I was like, fuck this. I went back to school. I started doing my own nails, and then people were like, oh, can you do my nails? Can you do my nails?
I already know how that
Fuck
falls,
it, you
man.
know what I'm saying?
Girls
So
if they're done right, man, girls will pay.
oh yeah, for sure. So then, like, you know, I was like, fuck, I better go back to school, like get my license. I did that. I started, you know, doing it. It's going pretty good. It can always be better, but like I said, I've been making it work these last I guess it's been 9 months now. And fuck it, I just got to do it. I had no clue how I was going to pay for anything. My friends have been very helpful. Yeah, because my grandparents were helpful too, in some aspects, but like financially, my mom, she didn't want to help for shit. She's very strange, and she is very strange.
Yeah, everybody comes from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
No, it's very actually strange. I understand what she's saying. I do promos. I do modeling. I have a background of being a doctor assistant, being a pharmacy tech, and everything like that. And you know what? Like I did that part, but I saw that it wasn't so beneficial to my person. And I'm very caring, and I love people. And I sometimes ended up seeing that these people didn't care. So I was like, you know what? I'm good.
Get you.
I'm good. I'm gonna walk off, and I'm gonna go look for the good people, and I'm gonna go be the good person. So I'd rather walk off.
That's cool.
Just put up a bad energy for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
That's better than now. You guys are better places, doing good and stuff. And like to hear you guys' stories and stuff. So being this like last part of our segment, you guys want to address one more thing before we get off air?
What are we addressing? Or you're asking us?
Yeah. Is there any subject, anything like that you want to touch upon before?
No, it's just.
Do you have anything that you feel that the women Yeah, the women or men should know.
Some advice you can give
Yeah,
somebody.
some advice.
From the beginning,
Just don't
I
fucking
said it.
settle. That's all. That's, I guess, what it comes
Stop
down
sending dick pics.
Stop sending me your dicks.
Yes, please. I was actually laughing when you said that because someone actually
Thought I'd
2
throw
or
that out
3
there
people
for you,
sent me
yeah.
like dick pics, and I literally had to put it on Snapchat. I was like, "Hi, I would have really appreciated it if you guys don't be sending your dick pics because if I really want it, I would have asked for it. But
Yeah, 'cause
since I
that's
didn't,
the
it's because
thing.
I don't care for it."
Yeah.
I want to say what was our last interview or the interview before
Yeah,
that?
before that.
She was like, yeah, no, like literally, I get them all the time. She pulled up her fucking Instagram and
DM was like
every fucking.
She's like everything that says
Inst-
video to those are dick pics. And we're like,
All
right.
of them.
And she's like pushing on them. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
It's
Now
crazy.
you
I
understand
was
why I
like,
don't
Jesus
open my
Christ.
messages.
Yeah, the only guys that have gotten pictures from me are the ones that haven't asked.
Yeah.
The ones that I'm.
Stop
seeing
asking
are the
for
ones-
pictures.
Yeah, for real.
Goddamn,
If
crazy,
you don't let me
man.
just like you and do it on my own, it's not gonna
No,
happen.
but
Yeah.
even then, you could have them on your profile and they still won't. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
they're just
it's
trash.
all
And I
bad.
think that they think, oh, she's pretty, and that's as far. Like I want her, and that's as far
Yeah,
as
yeah.
the mentality goes. Like I want her, she's gotta want me.
well, for me, my advice would be who you want to be. Don't settle for what other people tell you. Don't go based on assumptions. Don't judge the book by its cover. Work on yourself, and do things for yourself because when you do stuff for others, that's when you end up, hitting downfalls,
Yeah, people drag you down.
Yeah.
and they end up
Do
dragging
stuff
you
for
down.
the right people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's true.
Okay. All right. Glad to have you guys back again, though, man. You guys a shout out, man.
Welcome for your first time being here,
Yeah, we'd love to have you back too.
of course.
We'll come up with another segments and we'll hit you guys up for sure. I love you guys' company. It's real good. Good topics, good subject.
Good vibes.
For sure.
Thanks for
I
having us.
appreciate you guys having me. I know I come off a little bit strong,
No.
But I mean, I
Good.
did have to learn
Girl,
how to be a
this like-
strong woman.
Trust me.
Trust me. Tune in this next week, man. I'm like 4 interviews behind on editing. You ain't
seen nothing.
nothing.
No, but I
It's
appreciate you
just
guys
like-
for having me
yeah.
back because you guys
No,
could have
for sure.
had anybody else and you guys could have had,
for sure.
other people and stuff like that. But, I appreciate,
of
like
course.
the fact of you guys allowing me to be here and, like expanding, this experience for me because
Yeah, no, for
honestly,
sure.
like it's very
Anytime,
helpful.
man.
Yeah,
Like
anytime.
You
You
even
got-
have something you want to touch upon. You want to get it out. You know,
We should.
you got followers,
Yeah,
man.
'cause
Like,
you have stories that
always
people
hit
need to
us up,
hear, like-
You
basically.
should let me come back and do your birth charts.
Yes.
Shit, here we go.
We
with
should do
this.
astrology
Yeah.
next. Come on.
Hold on. Let's see. She said, "Let me guess your astrology." So go ahead and guess.
Oh,
We're
I wouldn't be
both
able to
about
tell you.
astrology.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Okay.
If I could see your birth chart, I could tell you a lot about yourself. Though. Guaranteed.
Okay.
And you think they're actually accurate?
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's sometimes I'll read a
Undeniably
horoscope.
accurate.
It'll say one thing. I'm like,
You're reading the wrong horoscope.
then I'll read another one. I'm like, eh.
You're
And
reading
then I'll
the
read
wrong
one.
horoscope. You're reading the wrong horoscope.
And out of like 10 of them, one will kind of make sense.
No. You're basing it off your sun sign because that's the only thing that you know.
See,
You
I don't even know what the
enough.
fuck a sun
You
sign
don't
is.
know
I
enough,
just
I'll say
exactly.
we'll save that for the next one. But for sure, we haven't heard back for sure.
Yeah,
All right.
it's getting interesting.
We don't like
All right. So next time, everybody, BBC podcast. We out.
Yeah.